Happy Tuesday evening and welcome to the venue live. My name is Roger Ramirez and this is Houston's first online live venue brought to you from R&R Studio. Woo -woo. We are here in the studio with The Last Dance, a tribute to Tom Petty. Thank you guys for joining us in the studio. Denise, thank you. All right guys, so first thing, tell us your name and your names and what you do in the band.
Chico Fontaine, keyboards, some lead vocals, backup vocals, harmonica, harp.
Harp, for real?
Yeah. Harp.
Nice. Fuck yeah.
I'm Miguel. Play guitar, vocals, and overall awesomeness. No.
I'm Lacho. I play guitar. Guitar, that's it.
Well, you sounded good on the mic while you were like doing sound check.
Oh yeah, I was kind of messing with it, but I was messing with it.
I'm Denise, and I play acoustic and a little bit of like mini percussion just to help Perry out because he needs a little bit of help. And just kidding. And lead vocals and backup vocals.
And she's awesome.
I'm Perry McAdams. I play drums, and I'm the babysitter.
What do you say? What do you say?
And I'm Earl. I'm the bass player, and I do backup vocals as well. And I keep everybody together.
So, how long have you been a band together? At what point did this group of lovely people decide to get together?
I would say we're pushing. Yeah, I would say we're pushing a little over a year now. Just in the studio, doing a lot of rehearsing, preparing. Pretty much trying to get the ball rolling, you know. So
whose idea was it?
I would say I started the project.
Oh yeah. Cool.
Or kind of by accident, but not really. But you know, it was kind of something I had in the back of my mind, wanted to do for a long time, and this dude back here reached out to me.
Which
Earl back
cool.
here, he reached out to me and was trying to get me to join a project of his, and I told him I wasn't interested. I was trying. None like that. I was just. I'm a family man. I'm busy, so I was trying to slow down the pace. So I thought maybe a tribute act would be a little bit more my tempo. So when he reached out to me, I in turn responded to him with, "Well, this is what I would like to do," and I mentioned Tom Petty tribute. It was after he died, and I thought it would be a perfect moment. Glad you asked that question. I thought it would be a perfect moment to do it after the passing of Tom Petty. So I dropped that dime in his ear, and he said, "I'm in if you need a bass player." And then from there, the ball got rolling.
Then he grabbed you.
I reached out to Miguel.
And then it started snowballing after that.
As just a reference. Hey, do you know anybody who would be interested? And he.
Code for come on, play.
Yeah, kinda. I don't want to step on any toes because I love Angie. If she's watching, I love you, Angie. Where's I love you, Angie.
Yeah.
I love you, and I didn't mean it that way. and I just reached out to a bunch of friends, people I've jammed with in the past, and just a long shot. And if they responded yes, cool. If not, I think I was just gonna call it. And everybody I reached out to responded yes, and so here we are. And a year later,
cool.
we're starting to get the gig up and running, and hopefully do more shows in 2020.
That's super dope, man. So Tom Petty was in the back of your mind. That was like you like his music a lot, or were there other possible?
Yeah,
I know you mentioned tribute bands. Were there any other options?
No. I love Tom Petty. I love his music. Don't ask me any trivia questions, and don't ask me all that. You know, I'm not a reader and whatever. But I just love music, and Tom Petty. I mean, of all people, you know, just quintessential. You know, he's a badass.
Do me a favor.
He's a badass in the rock and roll era.
Yeah.
He's a badass in the rock and roll era. So
cool.
You
Well, y'all are definitely schooling me in a lot of the songs because I didn't know that many, and it's also always cool to like mix something that I don't know because it's like, oh man, I heard that. So like let's bring that up a little bit, you know. So tell us about your styles individually. I know all of y'all play with different bands because I've played with a few of y'all actually, and just a little background about your styles, man.
I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go way back.
Yeah, dude.
Me and this dude here, we started off. Well, he was. You were a heavy metal guy.
Oh yeah.
A headbanger.
Cool.
And during the late 1980s, early 1990s,
Oh shit, man.
Tejano music was.
How old are you? You look young.
I'm 46.
No way, dude.
Yes. Hey, beer
looks
and weed will do you right.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Anywho, so him and I, we jumped on that Tejano bandwagon, and we did a lot of touring, and we actually came out with a CD under Capital EMI Latin.
Oh, nice.
And but fast forward, all of that kind of crashed and burned or whatever, and snuck my way into the cover scene, and we still kind of played along for a long time. Him and me and this guy here, Lacho, and along the way, just met Denise. I think a little later after that, and just kept expanding my horizons with other cover bands. And Perry came along in the picture. We jammed for about 2 years, 3 years, okay. And met this guy Earl in that same junction. So
cool, man.
Here we are, Miguel as well.
So what about you, Miguel?
Sure
What
thing.
style of music do you play? Or as
Me
far
and
as background?
Mario were in AST together. Actually, he was the first keyboardist we had, and he was the prettiest one too. Yeah.
Well, Dan,
Yeah,
if you
you
look young now, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, brought me on, but I didn't know I was the first keyboardist.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah. You were our first choice. What are you talking about? It's because of the hair, not the playing. But no, but so yeah, I've been playing guitar for I don't know, 30-something years. So yeah, what was the question?
Music, your style.
My influences. Well, I mean, I play
Influences.
a lot of everything, but I guess people would know me for more like blues rock guitar.
What's in your, like, if I were to go in your car and you had some music playing, what would like come on the radio or a CD?
Like guitar player?
Just what do you listen to?
What do I listen to? Well, I listen to a lot of guitar stuff, jazz, but to learn more, I listen to jazz. But most of the time, guitar stuff. Maybe I don't know. Like recently, I'd say probably Coltrane.
Oh,
I was
yeah?
listening to
Badass,
Blue
man.
Train actually. Blue Train.
It's pretty badass. Cool.
Trying to learn that one good.
Pretty awesome.
All right.
Well, growing up, my uncle played with Little Joe back in the day, and that kind of was kind of an inspiration. But I didn't have an instrument, and then one day, my brother came home with a guitar, and I thank him for it because that's where I picked it up. I'm self-taught, and I can't read music. I don't know if you can read music. I can't read music. But that's pretty much.
Question mark popped up on his head.
Little Joe.
Well, no, I recently heard that name too.
Yeah,
Some
Little
other
Joe
guy
La
told me
Familia.
that. I don't know what his name was. I forgot about him, but
Yeah. And and then through high school, listening to Randy Rhoads. He's one of the guys. I mean, he's one of the main ones that got me playing. Get more into it. And then moving on to Iron Maiden and Slayer, and then all these other people. But and then Mario hit me up, going back to Tejano music. I didn't know anything about it except what I heard when my uncle played in it.
cool, man.
And I think I learned theory when I started learning more theory. Yeah.
145 minor two.
Majors and minors and what goes together. The circle of fifths and stuff like that. But as far as a style, man, very versatile, man. I'm more of a bass player than a guitar player, but
Don't tell him that.
yeah,
Cool, man.
We're battling for spots here. But yeah, that's it, Denise.
Awesome.
Yeah. I think I don't have a specific style because I listen to whatever I'm learning in the moment, and I'm always learning new stuff because I play with a lot of different people. But I tend to gravitate toward 80s and like R&B from the 70s and 80s. That's what I like to listen to. That's what moves me. But I also like new pop. I totally am into new pop, especially because
Cool.
my kids are into new pop. So
Yeah.
I will put it on, the A-list pop, and we just jam out. We just have a good time. So it's mostly whatever I'm learning, and then secondly,
who you're playing with, I guess.
yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah,
Cool.
there's good. No, I don't listen to any K-pop, and not because it's not good, but I just haven't had any time, and nobody's learning K-pop that I know of.
Aren't those things that Starbucks sells? K-pop?
K-cups. Yeah, that's
cake
for,
pop. That's a cake pop.
That's another thing. That's a whole other thing. There's cake pop. There's K-pop, and then there's the
K-pop.
the thing that you put inside your Keurig. Okay, here.
Musical influences. I would say my holy trinity growing up was Rush, Dream Theater, and Tool. Listened to a lot of Tool, Rush, and Dream Theater in the 90s when I was learning to play.
Dream Theater. I love Dream Theater. My son
And then
loves Dream Theater.
nowadays is metal. Periphery. I just started listening to Ginger. They're awesome. Thanks, Dave. No, they're not. But I see why you would guess that. Yeah. Yeah. Nowadays it's mostly metal, but try to stay versatile. You know, don't want to get. I play in a country band.
Oh, yeah?
I play in an original metal band. I play in a cover band. I play
Just
in this
all over?
band. Try to stay.
We played together for one practice.
Yep.
What band was that?
Like 10 years ago.
It was about 10 years ago.
He was there. I showed up. Well, I think we jammed out one time. I don't even remember where we're at.
I was at
Sorry, bro,
one
I don't
either
remember.
your house or Patrick's house. I think.
I think it was my dad's house.
your
Back.
dad's house.
Was there a stage there?
Yeah.
It was my dad's house. Yeah, my dad built like a stage for us. That's cool, man.
Yeah.
No, it was an original band. We have all original music. It was cool.
Yeah.
Good to see you, man.
Good to see you too.
I'm glad. How come you didn't disclose what band was it? The one we played together.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I don't know what happened to that person either.
Yeah, I guess my biggest influence growing up was Geddy Lee and John Entwistle. I always looked up to those bass players. Thunderfingers. I mean, obviously, I play with a heavy hand sometimes, so that's where that comes from. But I would say Van Halen, Judas Priest, all that stuff, because I'm 56, so I'm the old man. I'm 54.
That's a little more familiar
so
to my
I'm
ears.
a little older than these guys, so I go a little bit further back.
You lied
So-
you lied in your resume. You said you were 19, fucker.
I know I look good, but damn, But anyways, so growing up, I played a lot of heavy metal. I'm still a metalhead, basically, but I enjoy playing all kinds of music. New pop music and stuff like that. Basically whatever my cover band does, and but yeah, I've been in the music scene probably only for about 6-7 years now, but I'm enjoying it. Very much.
It's pretty badass, man. Well, thank you for joining us in the studio. So tell us where they can find you on social media.
Social
Who's in
media.
charge? Yeah.
Oh shit. Facebook,
Facebook.
of course. Facebook. We're working on Instagram. We need more content. So hey, here we are trying to
That's right, baby.
collect more content.
Thanks. That's all you want. Huh?
November 30th at Rockefellers. So we'll be jamming the house there for the second time. They really liked our first show, and we did good with as far as drawing in a good crowd, and they invited us back, and we were a solo act that night. We didn't have any openers or anything like that, or we may have a couple by then, so a couple of songs to add by then. But they invited us back November 30th at Rockefellers.
I gotta go check you out, man. I always say that, but I never have time. But I would love to. But I would love to. Oh yeah? Can I get one for her too?
Of course. Yes.
All right, guys. Uh-huh.
It's The Last Dance. It's The Last Dance, a tribute to Tom Petty at Facebook. So you just look for that. If you're watching, you might be able to scroll down and see it somewhere. I'll comment, so you can just click it and go.
And then we'll add all the social media afterwards. I always tell the band to text me their social media to add to the post, but nobody does. So text me your social media information and I'll add it to the post. All right, so Westone, thank you for the in-ears. We're all using Westone in-ears. Custom Westone in-ears.
Still making payments.
They sound very clear and we love them. All right, so if you're watching on YouTube, subscribe to the channel. We want to continue to do this, and so your support really helps our YouTube channel. If you're watching on Facebook, share the video. We want to make sure that these guys are showcased everywhere and a lot of people hear their music.
Thank you.
Give us a like. If you're watching on Twitter, give us hearts and share the event. So let's get to it, guys. I think. All
right.
Let's get to it. We're gonna take a 30-second break, guys, while these guys go in their spot, and we'll see you soon. This is live, I guess.